Welcome to another version of Crane Tips, brought to you by Cranes 101. My name is Jay. Today, I'd like to talk about shackles. Shackles are a very important part of rigging when you're going to rig up anything. You can use your web slings, your wire rope slings, your chain slings in this shackle. Now, a shackle is designed with two basic components. You got the bow right there, and you got the pin. Some pins screw in like this one does. Some pins go in and get secured with a cotter pin on the other side. Now, this particular shackle was designed so that if you wanted to use it on a piece of rigging that was going to stay on the crane for an extended period of time, for instance, or you're going to use it with a man basket, well, you want to secure this pin so it doesn't back out because it's just threaded in. So they put a hole in the end of the pin, and now you can do what's called mousing. You can mouse this pin by running a piece of wire around from the hole over to the end of the bow so that the pin doesn't have the ability to back out. Now, when you're tightening a pin in a shackle like this, Crosby Manufacturing, they're the ones who made this one, their recommendation is that you tighten it in finger tight. When you're in the field, you're going to hear a lot of people saying, no, you tighten it finger tight and back it off a quarter turn. And the reason you're going to hear that in the field is because when you do bring it in this tight, finger tight, some people's fingers are heavier than others, and then you lift with it, sometimes the pin gets jammed and you can't get it open. And then you got to go get tools, a wrench or a hammer, or what so many people do in the field is they use another shackle to beat this pin to get it open. So backing it off a quarter of a turn, to my knowledge and the knowledge of everybody I've ever talked to, I've never seen an accident happen as a result of it. You got to know that protocol is finger tight. In the field, you're going to see people doing that quarter turn all the time. Now, this needs to get inspected regularly, all right? It could be the weak link in what you're lifting, so you want to make sure that there's no cracks in the bowl, and you want to make sure that it hasn't been distorted. Now, the easiest way to determine whether this has been distorted at all is when you can't get the pin out. Well, this one has been bent to the point where this pin won't turn anymore. Here's a picture of one that has been bent really well. You think you'll ever get a pin back through that again? So this one here goes in the trash, or you can donate it to me. I'll use it for display, but it's not ever going to be used for lifting again. Now, there's some specialty shackles made. This one here is pretty slick. You see how wide that bowl is? Well, that's made for a web sling. So you can put a web sling in there and you're not crushing up the eye of the web sling. It lays in there nicely. Pretty special. Does the job just like the other slings do. And this one is mouseable, right? And this one is in good shape because you can turn the pin. And that's what I have to you today for shackles. Thank you for coming. My name is Jay Sturm. This is Cranes 101's Crane Tips.